Ever notice how the most brilliant ideas often hide in the most unexpected places? This is one of those stories. It's a story about a massive problem, a dying company, and a simple twist of fate that created one of the most beloved toys of all time. But to understand how it happened, we have to go back to a time when American homes looked and smelled very different. Let's rewind to the 1940s. Imagine your home is heated by a coal furnace. It keeps you warm, sure, but it comes with a major downside: soot. This fine black dust settled everywhere, staining walls and leaving a grimy film on the wallpaper. Cleaning it was a nightmare. Traditional cleaners were often too harsh, smearing the soot and ruining the delicate paper underneath. Families were desperate for a solution, something that could lift the dirt without destroying their walls. Right in the heart of Cincinnati, Ohio, a small soap company called Kootol Products thought they had the answer. They developed a unique, putty-like substance. It was soft, pliable, and non-toxic. The idea was simple but ingenious. You'd roll this doughy ball across the wallpaper, and its slightly sticky texture would pick up all the soot and grime, leaving the surface clean and undamaged. For a time, it was a household hero. Kootol's wallpaper cleaner was selling well, and it seemed like they had a solid, reliable business. But the world was about to change, and with it, Kootol's fortunes. After World War II, a wave of modernization swept across America. The grimy, inefficient coal furnaces were being replaced by cleaner, more convenient gas and electric heating systems. While this was a huge step forward for homeowners, it was a death sentence for Kootol's star product. With no more soot staining the walls, nobody needed a wallpaper cleaner. Sales plummeted, inventories piled up, and the company that once solved a common problem was now facing a much bigger one: irrelevance. Kootol was on the brink of bankruptcy, its miracle cleaner now completely useless. The future looked bleak, and it seemed like the company was destined to become just another footnote in industrial history. But this is where our story takes a turn, thanks to a woman who had nothing to do with the cleaning business. Her name was Kay Zufall, and she was a nursery school teacher. Like many teachers, she was always looking for cheap, safe materials for her students to use for arts and crafts. One day, while reading an article about how to make homemade decorations, she saw a mention of using wallpaper cleaner as a modeling clay. A light bulb went off. She knew her brother-in-law, Joe McVicker, worked at the struggling Kootol Products. She got her hands on some of the compound and brought it into her classroom. She presented the doughy substance to her students, not as a cleaner, but as a new kind of modeling clay. The result was magic. The children were instantly captivated. The material was softer and less messy than traditional modeling clay, making it perfect for their small hands. They could roll it, squish it, and shape it into anything their imaginations could dream up. Kay watched as they spent hours happily crafting Christmas ornaments and little sculptures. She realized this wasn't just a cleaning product, it was a toy. Excited, Kay went straight to her brother-in-law. "Forget cleaning walls with this stuff," she told Joe McVicker. "You need to sell it as a toy." She insisted that kids loved its soft, pliable texture and that it was far superior to the hard, difficult-to-mold clays they were used to. At first, the idea must have sounded crazy. A wallpaper cleaner for kids? But with the company facing imminent collapse, Joe was desperate enough to listen. They had nothing to lose. The team at Kootol went back to the drawing board, not to invent something new, but to reimagine what they already had. They made one crucial adjustment. They removed the detergent from the formula to make it even safer for children. Then came the masterstroke. Instead of a single off-white block of putty, they decided to add vibrant colors and a distinct, pleasant almond scent. This transformed the bland, industrial cleaner into an irresistible sensory experience. The final step was giving it a new name. After brainstorming several ideas, they settled on something simple, playful, and memorable: Play-Doh. With their newly rebranded product, Joe McVicker and his team began marketing it not to hardware stores, but to schools and department stores. They personally demonstrated Play-Doh at a major educational convention, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. Teachers immediately saw its potential as a creative tool for the classroom. Soon, the prestigious Woodward and Lothrop department store in Washington, D.C., agreed to stock it, and it flew off the shelves. The real breakthrough, however, came with television. In the mid-1950s, Play-Doh was featured on influential children's shows like Captain Kangaroo and Ding Dong School. Suddenly, millions of children across the country were seeing other kids having a blast with this colorful, squishy dough, and they all wanted some. The demand exploded. Kutol, the company that had been on the verge of disappearing, was now working around the clock to produce enough Play-Doh to meet the craze. Within a few short years, Play-Doh had become a household name and a cultural phenomenon. The small, failing soap company had transformed into a toy empire. By the early 1960s, they had licensed the product to other companies to sell in Europe, and its global takeover began. Over the decades, the brand has continued to grow, introducing new colors, playsets, and tools that have sparked the creativity of generations. Today, more than 500 million cans of Play-Doh are sold each year, making it one of the most successful and enduring toys in history. It's an incredible journey. A product designed to solve the problem of soot-stained walls became obsolete, only to be reborn as a timeless symbol of childhood imagination. The story of Play-Doh is a powerful reminder that sometimes the greatest innovations don't come from creating something from scratch, but from seeing the hidden potential in what already exists. It's a testament to the power of a fresh perspective. A failed cleaner became a billion-dollar brand, all because one teacher saw a lump of dough not for what it was, but for what it could be. It shows that even when it feels like you failed, a little creativity can turn a company's lost hope into a source of joy for the entire world. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more surprising histories behind everyday things. We'll see you in the next one.